That's where we're going? Don't exactly look safe.
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure. Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you, which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for. He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you.
You're about to enter territory controlled by Auntie's choice. Act accordingly, or you'll end up as close friends with the inside of a Raptidon.
Ain't this a sight? Class consciousness in action.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office.
No more
and we're
balls
definitely
on
making her
factory
miserable.
floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! Others get the exact same pay, but only
Clean
work
up and we'll
12
name a vodka
hours a
flavor
day.
after you.
We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans. If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants. With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a drink at a time. We don't want to make demands, but no more peeing in bottles and cans.
Venting frustrations don't normally involve, you know, an actual vent.
If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulants!
Machines have been off for a week. Can't believe what I'm leaving on adrenatime and antiphysos numrum.
Reminds me more and more of Tau Ceti by the minute. If these folk burn this place to the ground, I ain't telling.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! With no rest and no downtime, we should...
Welcome to Auntie's Fine Product Revitalization Center, where we create tomorrow's brands today. I assume you are the disruption ameliorator from home office? It was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule, and is making me look quite the fool. Unsophisticated, impertinent, dim-witted. You'll fit right in with my peons. So, maybe it'll make sense to you when they babble about basic dignity and human rights. It should go without saying that such flights of fantasy have no place inside Auntie's Choice. And if we were still in Tau Ceti, they would face grave consequences.
I reckon she's got her wires crossed. Basic dignity is what Auntie's Choice promised us when we signed up, so long as we were good at our work. And while we might have faced grave consequences back on Tau Ceti, it was under old management, who were trounced rather thoroughly in the end, I might add.
Nevertheless, here, we must focus on getting these ingrates back to work, and remind them that they're damn lucky to have Auntie's Choice to dedicate their lives to. Absolutely. These lugs have been positively exalted in the good fortune of rising to their limited station within the meritocracy that Auntie has derived for us. Why? Can you imagine suffering under the yoke of a sovereign's rule? Or floundering at the ridiculous direction of those claiming to know the future by way of math? No. Only within Auntie's choice can these drudges achieve genuine prominence. If they exhibit excessive dedication, they may even earn some modicum of the success I have enjoyed. You're asking me? That clearly is your domain. Running this invaluable facility on Auntie's behalf is mine. As a managerial administrativist, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, I should effectively be treated as though I were an executive. Is that clear? Well, there's no call for rudeness. It's unnecessary, unprofessional, and distracts us from the important business that I have the direct authority to dispatch you upon. This plant relabels dated items with new Auntie's Choice trademarks and slogans. It is critical to keeping revitalized products on the shelf for consumers hungry for something new. So, the workers may be unhappy, but they must realize their comfort is a distant second to Auntie's delivery schedule. Or in short, they need to get back to work. My workers are striking people now? How very alarming. We must resolve this before things get even further out of hand. They've appointed some kind of leader, and he's the one you have to talk to. His name is, Dummy? No, that's not right. Dunce? Dummer? Dumbly? Dunbar. It's Dunbar. If I'm honest, my gaze is purely focused up the ladder, not down it. I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager, and the way I advance that status scantily involves learning the names and faces of my peons. Their value is in providing their minuscule contribution to this mighty and prestigious corporation. And by providing their maximal effort, they allow me to ascend, vacating this position so that one of their undistinguished masses can fill it, thereby becoming distinguished. Well, that's all fine and good in your system. But here in Arcadia, it is Auntie's needs we cater to, and right now, her need is you convince Dumbly Dunbar to get back to work. I believe he has demands, but I can't be bothered to remember what they were. They alter the generous terms Auntie offers, and so are egregious and should be rejected. You will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Go help him understand the situation so everyone can get back to work. That clear? Yes, well, I'm sure you'll manage. Auntie has faith in you, therefore I shall too. Best of luck to you. Remember that your actions don't just reflect on you, you are also representing me, which is to say, you are also representing Auntie. Do us proud.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Heads up! Make some space! We've got a sanctioned...
We don't want to make demands,
coming out.
but no more peeing in bottles and cans! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulates! With no rest and no downtime, we shouldn't pay for a drink at a time!
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with right now. Unless this is mighty important, I'll respectfully ask to be left to my business. Then what in law's name are you doing here? Well, that certainly is unexpected. And potentially wonderful. Assuming, of course, you can actually help us. Auntie's got to prioritize worker prosperity over productivity. What we've got now is, poor, labor retention techniques? What's going on is, remind me again?
An inhospitable occupational environment that ignores worker safety and health concerns.
Right, that. We need better hours, free stims, and the ability to relieve ourselves whenever we want.
They work 20-hour shifts, which require stims to endure that are charged at a premium. Adrena time is actually cheaper on the undisputed claim than it is here. And if that inhuman brutality isn't enough to offend basic decency, they're also barred from using the restroom throughout the business day. Their 20-hour business day. It is an unconscionable condition to keep these workers in. I can't imagine how hard it is for them to coordinate their daily duties. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him, we would still be toiling
under the yoke of oppressive undervaluation due to monstrous mismanagement.
Right, that.
Me? Why, my only motivation is...
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about Leo. We're here to talk about what it's going to take to make us get back to work, right? Our shifts need to be reduced to 12 hours a day. 4 hours of personal time ain't even enough to rest, much less get any actual living done. Second, if we gotta work those long hours, we want free Adrena time. Bad enough it's making everything taste like we're non-nickel pads. Having to pay for the pleasure's too far. Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, between us, most folk ain't, if you get my meaning. Thank you for your trying. I don't know if we'll get it all, but every bit you add makes some part of our lives a whole lot easier.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days!
Welcome back, ameliorator. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand that this stoppage is madness? Are they ready to return? So, What are these ingrate alley sprats willing to settle for? Golden privies and gilded sheets to be spoon-fed crunch whenever their tummies rumble? 8-hour work days? 12-hour? Are they mad? What are they gonna do with the other half of the day? Lounge around the facility, consuming air and water and power without compensating the company? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. You should have nipped this offensive arrogance in the bud. While it's true that data shows higher worker productivity on sleep than on stims, I never imagined restful production being more cost-effective than longer hours. That would translate into more profit for the plant, which means larger bonuses for me, which should be more than enough to make up for the drop in hourly production. All right, you've convinced me. What else do they want? Free? Free? Nothing inside of Auntie's Choice is free. Law, nothing in life is free. Everything has a cost. Everything. Materials, labor, time, distribution, forced scarcity. Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation, which is one small step from the system completely breaking down and plunging us all into anarchy. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly doing no such thing. What? No! I would never! That's slander. And or libel. And you can't prove a thing. Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? All right, what do you want? Huh. I don't know why you would waste leverage on them, but I suppose you've got your reasons. All right. They'll get their Adrena time, and you'll get all the bits I got on me. Is there more they ask? They want to relieve themselves on company time? I've never heard something so preposterous. Can you imagine how many bits that loss of productivity will cost us? What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their baser urges? Auntie would be paying for all manner of unprofitable shenanigans. Oh my. You're probably right. It's been so long since I've shared a facility, I've forgotten how unpleasant it can be. I trust your insight and will leave it unlocked from now on. What more do they want? Very good. Ha! I was going to say very good, but that would be downright farcical. There is nothing good about this situation. Please, just resolve it as quickly as possible.
No more bottles on factory floors! Time for unlocked bathroom doors! If you won't let us sleep for 8, you can't charge us for stimulating!
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? She willing to see reason? Well, I can't begin to tell you what a relief that is. By which I mean, that's great news. It'll be such a load off. A most promising development. How go the other hurdles of the negotiation? She willing to see reason? Free? Really? Why, I'd surely have lost that bet. I figured we'd ask for free and settle for wholesale. You're a miracle worker. What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? That must have been quite the negotiation. Oh, my people can't thank you enough. This will be huge for us. Free time to sleep, relax and all? Wonderful. Well, you have done exceptionally well by us, my new friend. With these new conditions, we'll return to work with vigor rather than dread. Thank you.
Damn! I really felt like I was close to signing all of you, and I needed that recruitment bonus. I don't know how I'm going to afford my hair cream now, but I'll get him next time. And he won't always have you working her angles for her. And her usual agents don't stand a chance against me.
Next time? Against you? What in law's name are you saying? Sometimes you talk so odd it don't sound like you're Auntie's choice at all.
Yeah, I was starting to have the same thought.
It don't matter. All that matters is my working conditions have just improved mightily. Thanks to you, stranger. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna get back to work.
Going back to work under Auntie's choice ain't exactly my idea of success, but at least I'll have better terms to labor under now.
Honestly, right now I'm still way too tuckered to know if our conditions have improved or not.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work, our disruption ameliorator. I do wish it had gone more smoothly, but I understand you did what you must. I have already informed the Home Office, and with it, put in an extra sprinkling of mild praise directly with Auntie. She will, no doubt, be excited to learn of my approval. You may tell the executives that dispatched you that you have done an adequate job. Under my keen supervision, of course.
So have another purple berry tequila.
Always remember, commercialism
is the foundation that Anti's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship it, but because of the system's rules. Decide what its subjects get. We respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ.
Cures most infections.
When it can be enhancing people's lives now as a society, we allow you. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it through artificial means. At Anti's Choice, we strive to be 110% wholly plus artificial. Artificiality is our guiding principle. Enjoy an artificially enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals. With Anti's Choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Anti's Choice. Item. Business is good. We have positive bid flow. Our portfolio is diversified. But we can always
Welcome back. We understand you've been a very busy little manty-wasp. Well, out with it.
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
Won't be any malfeasance if you don't look for it. Next is assertive arbitration. Quite the bit pit.
A satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor, but good work overall.
Biological exploitation's output is down 18%. I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting
Well,
zoo.
I suppose I can't argue with the truth of that.
Anything else you'd like to report?
It's your life's work. I get it. Between the riffs, aggressive rivals, and the actions of maverick freelancers, there's a lot of volatility.
Now that's the compelling attitude we love to see in an ameliorator. Your performance at that facility went exceedingly well, all things considered, and it was an ideal first step in affecting my monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
There you go again, pinning your career to that flim-flam mathematical malarkey. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic doodad. It's instinct, intuition, know-how. It's a fucking art.
From the most extravagant to the most bit-minded of customers, we have food and drink for every taste and meal you can.
It is an intricately crafted, multi-phase marketing initiative that will introduce Anti's Choice to the rest of the galaxy and establish the foothold of our pending monopoly. It requires a series of daring, almost impossibly savvy, perfectly timed, and flawlessly executed stratagems to create optimal market positioning.
Whole thing's a load of bunko. Calculatory claptrap from a bunch of overeducated know-nothings who are so smart they're stupid. Go ahead. Tell them who devised it.
With pleasure! The archive on Cloister analyzed millions of variables with bazillions of permutations to create an idealized path for total competitive domination.
As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity, but no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as all.
Yes, suppose we should move on. Ursula, will you do the honors?
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. Stealing our rivals' trade secrets? That's our bread and butter. We can sometimes lack a certain subtlety, though.
The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. There's a facility for it on Praetor. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. Auntie and I agree it presents possibilities. Attitude like that will take you far around here. A few aspirational goals, if possible. If you see a chance to talk their lead scientist into joining us, and/or dig up additional details about the process, do so.
Which is to say, we'll make it more worth your while. I promise you'll never want for compensation while in our employ.
See you when it's done.
Such a relatable interest. See, subordinates, I'm just like you. Until next time, look for me in the Platinum Executive Skybox. Scrummage. Anti-Cleos was specifically founded to fight what nature inflicts. to offer higher quality pharmaceuticals designed to be better than nature, because nature wants to kill you. Since then, our company has grown, evolved, consumed the first of many rivals. But that original goal remains. One of our goals. Yes, now we strive to spread unfettered free trade and self-governance throughout the galaxy. But we do so knowing you persist, well fortified by our products. So survive.
The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's Choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's Choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaned Spacers Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning. I want to cleave it in twain. Auntie's Choice! Darlings! We won! Hostile takeover this! Right back at you!
I'm Auntie Cleo, and I endorse this message. Attention valued employees. Auntie here to brighten your workday with a report on just how much money your toil is netting us. It's time for profit forecast time, starting with product development.
What do you need, Commander?
Such as?
Artillery incoming! Get down! avenge my death! It's a fight! Recharge the mayhem!
don't see him.
Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
aggressors in range.
Triangulate.
That was definitely something.
Another intolerable disruption! Gravel claws angry!
Status susceptible to danger.
With weapon prime! Forever vigilant.
You think contact be established.
Doing a thorough methodical search party.
Gain.
Moving to safety!
Restoring the balance!
Wrong place to linger.
Giving chase!
Quarry found!
Dead!
You can't fight
firearm! What kind of tomfoolery is this? To what end, you will? Through his beneficent guidance! Found! There you
Remain vigilant.
Hostilities.
Just what are they up to?
Target reacquired.
We are shooting down high shield, right? Anyone else? Hero medic?
Each a vital cause.
What's your purpose here? Think that now we're too bouncy. Come on out. I give you my word. We can resolve this like decent people. For our beneficent leader.
Perfection is perfect.
The protectorate! Contact lost. You need me to teach you how to fight?
Through his beneficent guidance. Let me walk on over there, huh? Quick once over. The sovereign provides, the system provides. His gaze sees all. Huh. That was certainly asinine.
provides. Reporting is so neighborly, suspicion. Bit leery of that.
Trash is ready, and frankly, pissed off.
Enemy spotted.
This thing's got a mean streak. My boss always crashes. Not seeing a shot.
Disruptive influences.
Changing magazines, efficiently and in short order. Seeking cover. Sensibly, I must reload. They covet our due bounty.
Outsider?
Artificial flavor.
Aggressor at hand.
Risk moving to cover.
Risk weapon. Madam.
Sustain the static.
Raring to go.
Subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry. Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of your prescribed curative regime. Think only prescribed thoughts, and no bliss and plenty. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Cognitive divisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to a perfect thought. stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination, and refashions the mind into a state of symmetry.
Rough customers about.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. It possesses advanced technology and know-how behind the mental research process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Always watchful. Forever vigilant.
Hey, easy with the fratricide.
While there are many mental refreshment facilities to be found throughout Arcadia, Placid Waters Wellnetarium here on Praetor is uniquely special.
It is personally overseen by head refresher Gould, the top cognitive advisor responsible for making the mental refreshment process more refreshing than ever.
Getting off black.
Collective cognitive compliance is a key part of our perfect society. When we comply together, we thrive. Of every protected subject to ensure at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclination, and refashions the mind into a state of symmetry. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
preserve said progress. Sustain the system. Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental devices. That's why we are happy and contented, and others are not. Got my
lamps on a hostile